Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 93 of the Own the Moment podcast. My name is TJ Lasig. I'm one of the co-founders here at OTM, and we are back for the first time in a long time. Justin, how's it going? Excited to be back. It's been quite some time. By far the longest break we've taken since we started this journey.
It's been a while. Did you have to read that intro again? I'm sure you had it memorized before. That's a hiatus.
And rusty. It was a throwback, doing some show notes, putting together some slides and graphics. Got my Sixers playing in the background. So lots of good stuff going on, lots to discuss. It was great to hear that intro video again, although I think we might need to get an updated version with the new logo. That caught me by surprise seeing the old logo for the first time in a while. But good to be back. And we got all the regulars in the chat. I mean, seeing Ace John, DJ Local, Carl Allhouse, Waz, Time. I mean, it feels like we've got the same crew and I'm sure I missed a ton of people, but it's good to be back.
Definitely. That music had me bumping. We were chatting behind the scenes while that was going. It's just like, this is great. It is great to feel those flows going again. And great to see all these names in chat, all the familiar faces, all the friends. And we've been having some, fun contests here and there with the March Madness, with the NFL. We had March Madness, we had Masters, we've got NBA. So good to have all these kind of one-off things, but I'm ready for the core TOC to be back.
Yes, indeed. And that's why we are back tonight. Got a lot to get through. Going to talk through the redesign that we did on the main OTM website, and then the main event tonight really going to be focused on TOC, and specifically season 2. TOC released a little bit of a sneak peek at the roadmap earlier today. So we'll talk through everything that we've got planned for the second season of the Owners Club. We've also got some cool one-of-one NFTs that are going to be dropping next week in a Dutch auction. So we'll be providing more details on exactly what that's going to look like. We're talking through some of the, Justin mentioned the side games that we've been doing. Got 2+ more planned coming up. And then, of course, we gotta do some giveaways. So, and we're back now. There's apparently this new technology where in StreamYard you can just automate the giveaways. So producer Coop is pretty much out of a job. We had to find him another job instead because don't need him back there anymore. Punching in all the names onto the wheel. So hashtag TOC. Are we supposed to say that now? Do I do it later?
I think they can start pumping in it anytime.
Yeah, I think at any point, if you put hashtag TOC into the chat, you will be eligible for the giveaway. And we're going to be giving away some future best ball packs. So we'll get into all of that. So, and we're also giving away an NFL All Day Moment via Twitter, which also can't be gifted. So the future promise of giveaways, the bots have just taken Coop's job. It's been replaced. So.
All right. I think we may need some more beat the bot raps to take him down and preserve to save the Coop. Hashtag
save Coop. Free producer Coop. All right. Let's So I'm gonna start a little bit with just the general OTM website, and we're gonna do a podcast that's more OTM and analytics focused at some point in the next couple of weeks, but wanted to at least touch on it high level. So those of you have probably noticed we went through, redesigned the entire Own the Moment website. I think operates much faster, much smoother now. For those of you that have not seen it, definitely go ahead, check it out. I might as well share the screen a bit. So first off, we've got our new homepage. We've got the analytics tools that we have right now for Top Shot All Day. We've of course got the Owners Club. Can see all the products in the drop down as well. And then for each of the products, pretty much all of the information that we had previously, just in a much cleaner format. One of my favorite things is the ability to quickly watch all of the moments from Top Shot, from NFL All Day. I think that's a big improvement. I feel like I've watched a lot more of the moments since adding that, and we're going to be continuing to add features over the coming weeks here. We're actually going to be maybe dropping a little something later on tonight. I saw Neil in the chat, but can talk about that in a second. But yeah, Justin, any thoughts that you want to tell the people about the new OTM site?
Yeah, I like it. And so a lot of the initial goal and that core functionality was really about like cleanliness, UI, and speed. And definitely that last one, the speed, I think is most important for me. It turns out that when you have a database of like millions of moments, it slows things down. And so when we initially started building like a year ago, we didn't have any, just we were building to get that thing going. We were building to get it out. And when we actually had some time to say like, okay, we know that this is just going to keep getting larger, not only with NBA Top Shot, but then you throw in NFL All Day. There's some other Data Labs products as well that, we're hoping to have up around the corner. Like we had to build for the long term. And so that speed is great. I think the next that I'm most excited for is now that we got the core functionality in those main parts, now all the new innovation that can come next. And I know you were going to tease a little there. I'm not going to say anything there, but keep an eye out. But no, there's just a lot more to come. That like when we came out with that collector score, like there was nothing like it. And Neil kind of just said like, hey, this is an amazing idea. I want to build it. So he went with it and he built it. And there's a lot more where that's coming from. So excited for what's still coming.
Yep, absolutely. So I guess that can lead into what we're going to be rolling out with tonight on the Top Shot and All Day side of things is we are going to be releasing our OTM True Value, which is the model that we have been working on for the past, gotta be 4 or 5 months now, if not more, pulling in tens of millions of rows, every single transaction to ever take place on Top Shot on NFL All Day, and creating what I certainly believe is the most in-depth tool when it comes to predicting prices by serial. So I'm gonna, and we're gonna release an article that goes into all the details of how it was built. Lots of crazy math stuff, but I like this chart, which shows. So what we're looking at here is in the blue we have actual prices. In the orange we have the price that the model predicted, and then we have serial buckets at the bottom here. So you can see that our model is quite accurate in terms of being able to value how much a specific serial bucket or serial range will sell for relative to low ask, and really excited to get this out to everyone. I think that, it's not gonna make you feel great about looking at your account valuation, if that makes sense, right? Like the idea here isn't that like, oh, I have this one random number 26 serial and now I can expect to sell for 10x low ask. Like that's not quite what it's going to do. But I mean, in gut checking the serial numbers, I think it really makes intuitive sense. It's really adjusted to the current state of these markets. It's not last January, last February anymore. But yeah, it's going to be fun to get this out to everyone later this evening.
Yeah, and like a little backstory. I mean, like I'm okay with numbers. I like numbers. Back I remember like 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, I started trying to put together a model to be like, okay, here's what I think would be predictive going against like low ask and stuff. And there was just nothing that I got anywhere near producing that I felt was like even decent enough accurate. And so we kind of just put it to the side and we're like, okay, well, one of the reasons is the lack of actual data, because Series 1 is so much more unique than what we had in Series 2. And so if you were trying to use only Series 1 data to actually forecast and predict outward, it just wasn't that accurate because there were such, large gaps between the different style of moments of the S1 versus S2. Once S2 kind of got in the weeds, we got one of our friends who's, does this for a living, is one of the best data scientists that I know. And he spent probably 2-3 months just kind of building this out. And the article that he's wrote that we're going to publish to go with this, I think is fantastic. I understood maybe half of it, but I'm confident in the actual results for it. We didn't want to rush something out that just because to put the numbers out. But after a lot of testing, both against existing data, both against new data that came into the system that we forecast going forward, and then comparing it to some of the other models out there as well, like we're very confident with what's been created. So I'm proud to say like, hey, this is the true value.
Yep. So that'll be, again, coming out later this evening, and then we'll have some fun tools following up on that are going to help you, maybe find some deals on the marketplace, maybe compare where the listing of a certain moment is at a gap compared to what we have it valued as. So look for these things to come in the future. And yeah, Jonathan's right. Hit the like button. We're rusty here. We got to hammer that like button. I'm rusty as a host. Forgot that we need to to shill here. So yeah,
Chill.
hammer away. Maybe I shouldn't have said this hashtag TOC thing, because I realized it just like kills the ability to actually chat. So let's
the ones that know to chat, they'll chat.
Yeah.
Can we get true value for TOC? Is that possible?
TOC true value?
I mean, serials don't really matter as much.
Yeah, the serials wouldn't matter as much. It's not quite as transferable, because I don't think that there's that much of a premium on serials. There's no jersey numbers and such. But I mean, theoretically, it can be applied. Yeah, theoretically, it can be applied to anything.
Because there is a small aspect where a number one TOC is more valuable than the others, because for the side hustle, like that gives you better chances of winning. I would imagine that there is some model that actually says like, hey, the lower serials are more valuable. Now, I don't know. It's interesting. Lower serials are more valuable in TOC, no question there. Do we have enough of a sample size like we do with Top Shot? That's probably where it'd be most challenging. Yeah. But hey, we got life goals, aspirations. Series 3, maybe that's on the roadmap. Always got to have those goals. All right, let's get into the good stuff here. Everyone came here for the Owners Club, and so we are going to talk about TOC Season 2. A lot of information here, so we're going to break it down for y'all, make sure that we get a good clean view of what we have coming for the next couple of months. So the first thing is that we are going to have 1-of-1 editions of the first edition NFTs dropping next Tuesday. I'm going to talk more about these in a second. Then we're going to get into best ball in the first season. Let's do a little deep dive into the first edition stuff here. So here is what we are looking at. So there's going to be 33 in total, 1-of-1 NFTs, one for each of the 32 teams from season 1, one of course, everyone's favorite, the Joker. There's 3 different tiers. So we have the black and silver for all of the non-playoff teams. We have the gold for all of the teams that made the playoffs. And then we have the purple legendary for the 2 Super Bowl teams and for the Joker. How this is going to work is that it's going to be a Dutch auction. So at 8 p.m. Eastern time next Tuesday on our website, and the website should be up by Monday. All of these will go on sale starting at 1 ETH, and then they will decrease by 0.05 ETH every 10 minutes with a floor of 0.1. So essentially, it's not a bidding system where you have to outbid each other. It's just each of them go available for a price. You can choose to buy at that price or not. And then, so this is really meant to be a, commemorative collectible of the first season. These will not have any kind of utility within the game of TOC, but there are little extra perks that get to go with it. So first, as you can see behind Justin, he's got 2 lovely posters there of Miami and the Joker. So all of the people that purchase one of these 1-of-1s will also receive a physical poster shipped to you personally of the card that you purchased. So that's pretty cool. Also, Justin, you're like a walking billboard for the perks, actually. Yeah. Justin's got the personalized TOC jersey. Yeah, give a little 360-degree spin for the people. Herzig on the back. We kind of couldn't see it, but there it is. And then we're also going to open a private Discord channel for all of the 1-of-1 holders within the Owners Club, and really kind of lean on this group for kind of super private beta testing type stuff, getting feedback. I think we've got a lot of really, really passionate people in this community. And the idea of this is just have a chance to show your fandom of whatever team you may like, celebrate the first season, only going to be one of each. And they're also gifts. How do I get that to work? There it is. So they all little gift nature to them. So when you buy the NFT, they spin around like that. The black one has the super clean back. When you go to the gold one, we've got a little playoff logo on the top. Also got a little bit of a fancy design on the back. I'll say I don't know about for everyone else, but for me it's a little choppy with the stream. So we'll have them on the site. We'll probably post them on Twitter so you can check them out. It's very clean. But Yeah, overall, I think this is something that kind of we heard from people in the community that are like, hey, are they going to get like the one-of-ones? Can I have some collectibles like this? Just thought this would be a really cool thing. Our artists who actually, we've got a couple artists that have worked on all this stuff, but the work that's behind the team to actually create this has been pretty cool. And yeah, there's right now no other way to own one of these posters. And we had a lot of people asking about that as well. The personalized jerseys have only been for the people who qualified for the live final. And then that private Discord. It's just going to be a cool way to kind of, obviously would love to get feedback and give you kind of some free beta testing things that we go through. Maybe have some voting on some different things. And we talked about maybe it's prize structures, maybe it's new tournaments, maybe it's something around the art, things that like, hey, you're not going to gain any advantage in the game. We're not going to give if you choose not to do this, you're not missing out on anything with regards to TOC. But for the people that want to do, I think it's a really cool way to just, stay connected and kind of show support.
Yes, indeed. So we'll be continuing to put out more information on these. We'll be tweeting it out, sending it out in an email, and we'll see you next Tuesday for the auction. I think we're also going to do we might do a Discord voice chat during the auction. Feels like the most intimate place to get to the closest people in the community. But we'll keep you posted. We're gonna do something Tuesday night heading to the auction, and again, fun little way to kind of put a bow on the first season and then look towards next season, which is a good segue into what we have here outlined for the roadmap for season 2. So the first thing on the list is best ball, summer of best ball coming to you. So starting in July, we're going to have full season best ball packs becoming available, pretty much the exact same format as we did for the playoffs, but going to be lasting throughout the entire season. We are also going to be selling those for $10 per pack. So the best ball packs were $20. We're bringing that price point down. You also see that we're bringing the price point down for the full season too. Can talk a little bit more about that, but best ball was such a blast for the playoffs. Open your pack, get your 20 cards, create your 12 card lineup out of the 20 that you receive, six position scoring each week, and was a ton of fun in the playoffs. I know everyone enjoyed the pack opening experience. Everyone enjoyed the sweat throughout the playoffs. So it's going to be a great way to get things started, get people going, and then also, hopefully bringing a ton of new members into the community. Had a lot of success bringing in new people into best ball for the playoffs, and hoping to do that same thing over the months and weeks leading into the season.
Yeah. And I'll be doing a lot of best ball stuff throughout this summer. Some of the normal establish the run stuff, some of the underdog style best ball, and then would love to kind of work in some of this stuff best ball as well, whether it's through streams, whether it's through partners. So this is definitely one of the ways that we're going to, create some buzz among the larger fantasy football, the larger NFT community. People just enjoyed it so much last year that we think this is going to be a great entry point for people to learn more about TOC. Play in the best ball, and then why not stay and join for everything else we have throughout the season.
Yep. Question here about the secondary sales. Yes, there will be a secondary market for the best ball lineups. Actually, I think that's going to be one of the coolest parts of the full season. I think it'll come into play even more so than it was able to for the playoffs. But the intention is to have the marketplace on our website where you can buy and sell those lineups. We'll provide more details of that as we get sooner as to when the cutoff is going to be, but definitely going to be secondary marketplace action for best ball. And I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Cool. And then heading into the second season. So, either late August, early September will be the kind of big first drop for Owners Club season. Be very similar format to last season in that there'll be 5 different types of cards: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense. Same scoring system, same all of that remains consistent. Some slight changes. The pack price is going to be cut in half, so it's going to be $99. Think that this is a more accessible price point as we look to grow and get to the masses. Also, we'll be increasing supply as a result of that. So I saw some people asking if this is going to mean half the prices means half the prize pools. Certainly not the case. We're going to be, we have not announced the supply yet, but we'll make sure to be transparent about that as we get closer to the season. And then we're going to have our 5 weekly contests. So going to have the 4 contests just as we did for season 1: main event, side hustle, low ball, Island of Misfit cards. And then our 5th contest will be the OGs contest, which you can only use the first edition cards in. And that will be kind of a rotating format as we go throughout the season.
I'm excited. Can we start? When do we start? I want to start. Let's start.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And
question will be how to stop minting best ball cards.
Well, that's why we made it $10. $20 gets a little too expensive. $10, you get twice as much fun. It'll be good. And yeah, so for the OGs, it is only those, first edition cards, and it'll be rotating games. So, making sure that we, keep that fun. We'll continue to give more details on all of these as we get closer. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Well, as we get closer, we'll keep more information, but we'll have some more referral programs. We're hoping to really increase the larger community, bring in more people. So then, everyone that was here early on, there's more demand for the first edition cards. There's more kind of competition, and also the prize pools and the other contests keep getting to grow.
Yeah, and to answer DJ Local's question, in-house marketplace, yes. In-house marketplace for best ball is the intention. It may not be live immediately when I don't know, it's too hard to tell on timelines, but eventually, yes, we will certainly have in-house marketplace. And the ideal state that we'll be looking for is that the best ball leaderboard and marketplace are essentially one and the same. So you can look at the leaderboard to see how many points certain best ball cards have scored, and then you can purchase them directly from the leaderboard. So yeah, we're going to be redesigning pretty much the entire TOC experience from a front end UI perspective. So we're going to use a lot of the things that we did with the main core site, being able to reuse a lot of those principles. And we'll provide more details on this in a future date, but are going to be creating a second fantasy football game for the NFL all day moments, and looking forward to again having that be a very similar look and feel and experience to TOC, so that people can very seamlessly play both games and not only get the most out of the Owners Club experience, but also provide some extra utility for those of us that are also into NFL all day.
Yeah, and it'd be cool. Maybe there's some ways to kind of bridge that gap and bring obviously some people who are playing all day into TOC. Maybe there's a way to even combine some contests or something. There should be a lot of fun opportunity innovation for this season and beyond. And let's see. I saw Carl mention he's hoarding his first gen. I was looking at the marketplace yesterday, and there was some sweeping going on. I think one person went through and bought about 7 or 8 defenses, 5 tight ends at that floor. Few more purchases today, but yeah, I think floor on first edition cards is around $10. There's these off-season contests, and then the excitement for next season, I think, is really keeping those high.
Yeah, definitely. So for those that have not seen it, we've run 3 contests now, or I guess 2 where you had to burn to enter, and 1 NBA contest are running now. Hold on, let me share my screen again. But yeah, so one of the things that we wanted to make sure to do in the offseason was to continue to keep people engaged, and also find ways to provide little nuggets of utility for the first edition cards. So we ran our NCAA March Madness bracket pool. You had to burn a card, enter the bracket pool. We ran a similar style pool for the Masters. So burn a card, got to enter the Masters pool. For the NBA playoffs, we actually ran that completely for free, did not even need to burn a card to enter. Had some new people kind of find out about TOC as a result of that. And then we're going to be having a game next week for the NFL draft. And then, so for the NFL draft, and this will be up on the site next week as well, but it's going to be for the first round, essentially picks 1 through 32 in the spirit of the Owners Club and the position-based fantasy football, selecting a drop down of what position you think will be selected at each pick in the first round of the draft. So fun little game there. And then for the NHL playoffs, it'll be similar to the March Madness bracket, where we will be running a NHL bracket challenge on the NHL website. and you'll need to burn a card in order to get the invite into that private league. And I'm sure we'll have more to come over the summer between now and the start of the real good stuff in September.
Yeah, no, I think the NFL draft one's pretty fun because it takes an activity that otherwise you don't really have much of a rooting interest for, maybe other than like your local team or something. And now you get a kind of a bit more kind of a, cheering interest throughout the draft, even if you don't know much about the actual players. We'll just see, hey, 6th overall pick. I think that's Carolina. I think that they're going to choose a quarterback. So I don't actually think that. But if you did, you choose quarterback as such. And also if someone then trades up for them and they get the quarterback, you still get those points. But it makes it pretty fun. My alpha that I'll give is use the website, maybe Grinding the Mocks. That does a pretty good job of accumulating a lot of the different mock drafts out there, so you can get an idea of kind of where different teams might be looking, what positions, what players, stuff like that.
Very cool, very cool. And yeah, here we go. Here's the sweeping that took place. So whoever this was, this is another. So these are the kind of things that we want to clean up for next season. Like I want to be able to see the usernames, who's buying, who's selling. So I think it's going to be a much friendlier, more social experience as we head into TOC.
I think you want to see that. I don't know if the person sweeping wants to. They probably want to do it a little incognito.
That's
they need
true.
to
That's
get
true.
their strategy in. This allows people to kind of peek and one of the things other people said is like, hey, I want to know, like, hey, this person has the number 3 of the Buffalo quarterbacks, and I want to make a trade with them or something. So maybe that'd be a cool thing if we're able to kind of help identify, hey, who actually owns that. And even better if you can reach out to them through Discord or something.
Yep. I think that's mostly the gist of what we've got for the roadmap. Anything else that you want to cover? Obviously, we'll be continuing to provide more details as we find them out, but wanted to at least, get the lay of the land going that season 2 is, of course, happening. We will have full season best ball. We will have packs dropping in late August, early September. And we also wanted to keep the show on the quicker side today. So I think we can rip some packs, do some giveaways, whatever we want to do there.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I saw one other question. Top Shot CPA. Well, I'm surprised that you're awake right now. If you would have gone in like hibernation for a month after taxes. But asked if there will be like a use for second season cards after the second TOC season. I would say at a high level, like it's too early to determine what that utility or functionality would be, whether or not there'll be contests that include those or such. Lots of opportunities for kind of innovate and just, keep it going. But they will have, similar to how we have burning and such, we're always going to find ways to reward and make sure that, hey, these things retain some sort of long-term value. But way too early to kind of specify or, even consider what that actually looks like.
Yeah, I saw some other questions both in chat and in Discord about, are we going to be able to burn a card to do this or burn a card? Like when we have made final decisions on what, we will be enabling burning for or what we won't, we're not going to like say yes or no to any of those type of things right now. I think a lot of it is also just going to be, figuring to make out. I think, I feel like we've done a good job to date of making sure to keep people engaged, give that value to the first edition holders. We've got the OGs contest coming up, but as we get closer to the season, there'll be more information about, burning potential situations, about what prize pools are going to look like, and all of that kind of fun stuff. It's going to be a good season. I mean, I'm stoked. Like, I feel like we just started hitting our stride toward the end of last season. And I really think that the product experience, the onboarding has been a key thing that we are very focused on. How can we make it as easy as possible for new people to onboard onto the Owners Club, try to black box as much of the crypto stuff as possible. I know that there's some barriers to entry with switching to Polygon and bridging ETH and all of that stuff. So I think we got to a great place toward the end of last season, but things are going to be even more smooth, even more seamless as we head into next season.
Yeah, without a doubt. And distracted in chat because it is topics that were going on in the other world that's not relative. But yeah, there's been some crazy stuff with sports NFTs the past.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk more generally about any of the. I mean, Yeah, look, there's lots of things have been happening.
Technology's
It's not
hard.
great. Yeah, tech's
Technology's hard.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I think technology is hard is one way to put it. And yeah, we've seen a lot of craziness happening over the past week. It feels like every day there's something that happens, and it's it's not great. We don't love to see it, but try to keep just trucking along, control what we can control, and yeah, I don't know if you have any. I don't really have any hot takes one way or the other. I think most of it is pretty self-explanatory. I don't really feel the need to belabor points. There's plenty of people that have talked about this subject, and I tend to agree with most of what I've heard.
No, I don't think. I mean, everything here is so new. And I will say, like, the, SB Mitchell and the rest of the tech team and stuff have done some amazing things for TOC. And even though we ourselves had some major hiccups, definitely, like, when things go well, there are so many things that are going well to get to that point that, when no one thinks about it, that's like the most amazing feeling. And for, Web 2 companies that have done these things, that are using APIs, that are using platforms, that are using third parties to, do their paying and stuff. And if they make mistakes, they can do chargebacks. Like, that stuff's been around for so long that, like, it's just kind of running the engine. Every company that is doing things in this space, it's all new, it's all challenging. And if it's not even brand new, it's likely new for the people who are working on it there. And so this doesn't excuse any of the mistakes that are happening. And some of them really have been just bad mistakes. And, yes, this is me just saying, like, hey, I'm always willing to give, like, benefit of doubt and stuff. And yes, some things need to get better in different spaces. But the technology is hard. And, like, so for that NBA association one, like, I mean, I'll jump in real quick. I thought it was hilarious, obviously, what happened to start off with the tweets and stuff, because it was such a simple, unforeseen challenge with what was the rapper name? I don't remember. But, like,
the rapper?
The rapper name
with
the Discord, with the NBA NFT Discord.
Oh yeah.
Someone in channel. No, it's fine.
Doggy something like Doggy.
But, like, yeah, how could they have known that, like, when they were going to tweet out their link, which had /NBA on it, that was used to be used for this rapper's Discord, and that's what was saved, like, in the cache for Twitter, like, that you never could have predicted that. But it's hilarious, obviously, and now it's become a meme. And then, like, that's a mistake. Like, it happens. It is what it is. And then today, when, like, they use a smart contract that was just not well written, had, susceptibility and stuff, and ended up, like, it got taken advantage of, it stinks. And a lot of people, it's unfortunate what happened, and some people are probably going to get screwed out of some financial aspects. Hopefully they make it right. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no. This stuff is hard. The tech is hard. I'm glad we got a great team behind us, because I could not be doing it.
Yeah, and then what actually, I could use an update on this too. What was the whole USFL DraftKings thing? Because that was another pretty tertiary relevant thing. So was that I'm pretty outside on that, but, like, it reminds me of the one year when they had a best ball contest, and then they just, like, gave out. Remember the one time there's best ball, and
that was last year.
Was it similar to that? Or just, like, a bunch of free contests or free entries, and then they just filled up the contest?
What you're referencing is their best ball contest from last year, where everything's going well. It looks like there's going to be overlay. And then, like, 2 or 3 days before the contest is start to go, close, they just gave out a ton of free tickets. And that led to the best ball drafts now being extremely unfair, because now you're not competing against anyone, because the people who got free tickets would literally just enter it and walk away and, like, or draft like an idiot because you're just not caring. You don't know the rules, whatever. That's a different thing. Here for USFL. So USFL, new football league. Product in the field was actually pretty decent. I don't know if people got to watch it, but, like, it actually wasn't that bad. But they have DFS for it. And first, it's a large contest, $300,000, $100,000 up top to first place. Like, that's an awesome contest for a new league. We're all loving it. I enter 145 lineups. I tried to max enter, messed up a couple. And I'm excited. Next morning, I'm going to, like, enter my lineups, and I see what's happening is people are saying that it filled immediately. So 24 hours before it actually locked, they apparently just gave out a ton of tickets. So, like, 80% of the people in that contest were in it from a free entry. So, like, this, unlike best ball, I actually love, because since I got mine in, and everyone I'm competing against, like, doesn't really know what they're doing, and they're just playing for free, like, they're not putting level effort, so that's fine. Now, if you were a person who was running content for 150, content for USFL, or if you were going to enter later, like that's a shitty situation because you missed out. Okay, that's one thing, but it is what it is. Then, as soon as games start, it's late swap, so you're allowed to kind of change your lineup later on. As soon as games started, everybody's rosters were revealed. So you could literally download a CSV and see everyone's roster that had, like, you get full ownership, what different people have. And that's not supposed to be the case, because with late swap, you're supposed to, have it hidden who your players are and make changes. And so people can't see. So now we're in a situation where there's going to be late swap still, but now I can get full ownership and know who I'm competing against. Like, that's not good. So they come out and they say, okay, they're going to free roll it. In case they can't lose money. If you make money, you make money. If you lose money, they'll get you back to even. Then rainstorm happens, a game gets delayed. So now a 4 o'clock game is moved to 5 o'clock, but those players locked at 4, so you couldn't change that. So that was silly. Then in a late game, the defensive scoring wasn't right. Obviously, this is hard. It's a new league. It's an API. You got to get that data feed, but the defensive scoring wasn't right. They get a touchdown to the wrong team. Then one game, the 4th game, gets pushed to Monday because of the weather. And on Twitter, their social media comes out and says, yes, this game, any players in that game will not count because the game was not played today. When then the rules go and people show the rules, and the rules literally state as long as the game is played before Wednesday of that week, it will count. So then they changed that, and maybe it was just a social media mistake, but they're like, no, sorry. Okay, actually, that game will count. But they released ownership again. So then now you could see new ownership again for that final game. Spend that day, download the CSV. I had there was one wide receiver who was 27% owned. And when you don't know anything about these players, that's ridiculous. While another one wide receiver was 1% owned. I pretty much just swapped all of my guys to only the 1% just because these are 2 guys we know virtually nothing about. Obviously, I'm going to take the 1% guy. Overall, I probably lost every viewer that's been watching on this channel because the chat's dead and no one's actually listening anymore. But it was.
This is why we don't play USFL. Stick to good old fashioned professional football. I mean, we got USFL going. We got the fan control football league going. Like, there's all kinds of football leagues happening. All right, there it is for anyone that needed the DK breakdown. I figured Justin would have takes, and indeed he did.
But hey, how about those NFTs on DraftKings?
Oh my gosh, let's not even. Yeah, shout out SB Mitchell. A couple people in chat. SB Mitchell the GOAT. Shout out SB Mitchell. I don't think he's in the chat tonight, but I mean,
this would be fun because you don't actually know many of the players in the USFL. So having it be by positions would be pretty awesome. Who knows? Maybe in the future.
It would be cool, but
yeah,
it'd be cool if people were interested. I mean, I don't know how many people would be interested is the thing, but I do agree. Just to close the loop on the I did not play at all, but I saw some of the top scorers were 0.2% owned. That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, what information are you going on? The way that we got information is you start off with the coaching tendencies so you can get run pass splits to get an idea which teams you want to favor. 2, you then go to draft position because these quarterbacks are literally sitting next to their coaches as the draft is happening. So it's pretty clear that this QB is choosing what receiver he wants to throw to. So then you're okay, we'll give draft priority. And then you go to, okay, what kind of history does this player actually have? As an athlete, as, breakout capability. So those are all we really have. Then you find out someone like Satterfield, who no one really knew about, didn't play, starts the day with 5 for 80 yards and a touchdown before kind of getting hurt. I don't know. It'll get a lot better as the week goes on. We already know, there's 2 teams that are pretty pass heavy, or at least one of those teams is very pass heavy. Some of the teams have multiple QBs. There's strategy that we'll start learning from. But yeah, there's other USFL podcasts you can listen to. You didn't come here for that.
USFL tout Justin Herzig coming to you. I just saw you throwing shade at USFL touts too. So glad you're able to get your thing. All right, let's get into some giveaway action here. Coop coming on.
Yeah, let's get Coop on.
Yeah, bring producer Coop.
Exclamation point
onto
Coop.
The screen. Hashtag TOC if you haven't already. to get into the giveaway.
Yeah,
And we'll give away
DJ
some best ball packs. How many
DJ
best
Local talking about Jeff Fisher can't go 8-8 because then he preserved his 500 record. But I think he was actually one of the games got delayed, so it was just someone above trying to preserve that 500 record for him.
All right.
Plus, he's rocking the backward. Jeff Fisher was rocking the backward hat. So if we knew that, we knew like we should have bumped him up a couple points.
I only saw a few pictures of Jeff, but he looked quite refreshed. Is probably the best way to say it. It looked like he lost a few pounds. His stress level seemed to come down a bit, so he was quite refreshed over there in the USFL.
He looks like if you were at a Club Med on a volleyball court, he'd be the guy that just brought the beers and then is up there spiking it in your face.
Yeah, it looks like he knows what he's doing. It's like when the pros are hanging out with the amateurs, and you have full confidence in what you're about to do. It seemed like he looked like that to me.
Yeah. What about FCF? Did you guys watch FCF?
I was about to say, we got Jeff Fisher back and we got Terrell Owens back. I mean, what more could you ask for? You got T.O. scoring touchdowns again. You got it. It's I didn't watch any of the FCF. I saw some of the highlights and stuff. I mean, it looked like a cool production. It looked like it was fun. I'm not going to speak to the football, but
they were nominated. Cool. They were nominated for an Emmy for their kind of innovation with media, which is kind of cool. They're having their second draft tonight, so it was an interesting feature to kind of create parity within the league because each player really works for the league rather than a team. They had their initial draft. Then each team is allowed to keep either one or two players. I think it depends on whether you're a Series 1 or first year or second year team, but you can kind of keep those as keepers. Everyone else goes back in the draft, and now you redraft. So then if there are any crazy lopsided teams after that first week because you don't have the players, you expect that they're going to remain a bit more balanced after this second draft. It's interesting, but I think it's actually going on right now.
And I think some of the tech that I saw in the brief times that I was watching it, I think the football was fun, and the people throwing the ball up and going to get wide receivers going to get it, and the tech idea of when fans are voting on plays and being able to see that overlaid on the screen right before the play goes off is pretty cool. I thought that overlay really worked out, and I think it looked really strong. And then the execution of the play, you're able to kind of watch it unfold and see where the quarterback was going with it. So I thought that was pretty cool to see some of that stuff involved.
Yeah, and similar with USFL, they had camera angles where they had cameras inside the helmets. So seeing a defensive player when he got basically kind of like a chop block on a return, you literally saw him make that hit. That was a cool aspect. And they have a chip in the ball so they can actually see first down based off the ball's location on the field rather than getting a note card in these chains like it's 1940.
Yeah, love that.
Makes innovation that hopefully moves into the NFL.
Cool. All right, so we've got two sets of giveaways here. So we've got the Twitter giveaway that we're gonna do, and then we're gonna give away some access to free best ball packs when they come out. So you have to wait a little bit, but we figure that if you're taking the time to tune in right now, you're probably gonna be ready to go for some best ball. So we'll rattle off some people to get some free best ball packs once the time comes. We
could probably give you one from last season if you wanted that, but you'll probably just wait until this year. It'll be okay.
Yeah, last season's one's not going to do you a ton of good. All right, so this is the Twitter one first, Scoop.
Yeah, let's do Josh Allen, the NFL All Day Moment.
Yeah, so all right, so this is the Twitter giveaway for the Josh Allen NFL All Day Moment, which again,
you gotta wait
gifted once gifting is available. So no immediate gratification for anyone. But, just the promise of future goods.
All right, we ready?
As you do it, go for it. Here, NFL All Day. Multiple people said this in chat. Apparently launched a promo. Maybe spend $50, get $25. I don't know. I'll have to look more into it. But if that's the case, I may be shopping.
Shout out Dapper Bucks. All right, here we go. Josh Allen.
Spin that wheel.
I missed the purple wheel. Looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful.
So many other people started making wheels, even Top Shot. Yeah, Birdman 7318. All right, congratulations. We will reach out to you on Twitter. But now, what are we going to do? 2? 2 best ball packs?
Yeah, 2 sounds good.
Okay. Because I mean, we cut it in half. We'll have to do 1. Now we can do 2. This is good. So much more fun.
True. We can give. Yeah, it's true. We can give away 2 now.
All right. So are we doing one Twitter, 2 or 1 chat, or what are we doing?
No, just chat. All chat. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Only chat people.
I don't know how
2 chat people.
I don't know how this works. I thought actually we were going to get an export of the 42 people that typed TOC, but I think this is literally
I think it's just going to pop up.
It picks it for you. Yeah. So we got 42 entries. That's about right. We've been hanging around
42. I'll give another 1 minute here to type hashtag TOC if you have it.
Can I? Let's see. Yeah. Will that count? Let's see if that counts.
43. Yeah. We're in there.
43. There we go. Okay. Oh, maybe it's hashtag. I did exclamation point.
There it is. Hashtag TOC.
Would anybody be shocked if Sergeant Stogie or Ryan Zake won this? Would anyone be shocked?
The regulars just grinding. Grinding.
They keep coming. Where are you guys coming from out of the woodwork? This is good. All right.
Yeah, they're coming in. I like it.
If Justin wins, everyone gets a tag. Nope, that's not right, Joseph. If I win, something fun's going to happen. Do we have like even 48 likes in the stream? I doubt it. I'm disappointed in you all. All right, let's see who wins.
All right,
like the stream if you're still here.
Oh, I saw. Look
at that's fun.
I recognize. It's
I like
slowing
this
down.
way.
It's slow. Oh, Nance. Ace John.
Oh,
Gene
Brandon.
Our boy Ace with a little bit of the mega tease there. That was rough.
Tease. All right. Let us know if you're still here, Gene. Congratulations. Shoot up because we cannot contact you any other way. Shoot us a DM, Rent Seeker, if he left. Shoot us a DM on Twitter or Discord.
Need Top Shot. Need Top Shot Talk to teach you the streaming hard ways. Yes, there are much more advanced streamers than ourselves out there. We got Top Shot Talk. We've got Zakarian from Team Hold. That's why we've been letting them do the things. They're good at the things.
Oh yeah.
We'll just put a little sponsorship up on the show and let them do their thing.
I mean,
so check out our friends tomorrow Thursday nights. Top Shot Talk or Shot Tank is their thing.
That's now
with those guys.
Two things. One, this stuff wasn't around when we were doing StreamYard stuff like 4 months ago, like during the TOC season and stuff. So this is all kind of new. And then 2, yeah, of course, like Overzet and Zakari, like they're stand-up comics. Like they literally do comedy. They met doing comedy. Of course, they're going to be so much better than us. And then even like Top Shot Talk, like he's a teacher. He speaks all day to children. You guys are basically children. If you're going to deny that, like, come on. We kind of all act like children. A lot more experience than we have. I'm crunching numbers. I don't talk to the computer. Only I talk to you guys. All right. That's why they're much better.
Shot Tank, yeah, with 4 legends. I think it's hard to get enough hot takes from that show. I'm excited to see what those guys are going to be doing. So it's gonna be fun. Tune into those guys. All right. So wait, can one more. Okay. I was like, where's the draw again button? All right, here we go. One more.
All right. I don't know if Gene's back included, but Gene is not allowed to win again. I'm making that a rule.
Yeah, definitely.
If I win twice, I can win twice, but Gene cannot win twice.
I mean, see, whenever I put the names in the wheel manually, I make sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen. And then people just try to automate everything and eliminate my job. And then, it's done half-ass, but, we'll see what happens.
Beat the bot.
All right, here we go. Season 2, Summer of Best Ball. Getting yourself a nice head start.
It's slowing down.
Ryan.
Congratulations, Ryan. Nice.
From across the pond, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan was one of our live finalists.
He's got
Ryan.
He's got one.
Yeah, he's already got himself a jersey.
Love it. That was his first trip to the States was for the TOC live final. That was a cool experience to share with him. There he is. Congrats,
Ryan.
All right, so we're just
late night paying off for Ryan. Gotta be pretty late over there now. Huh?
Add 5 hours around this time of year. That's called early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, send us a DM, Twitter, Discord, something. We'll keep your name on the list. And I got a feeling we might be doing a few more of these giveaways, one-off shows, maybe during that Discord session on Tuesday for the live auctions. We maybe have a giveaway or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll definitely be around a bit more as we ramp things up this season. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. is going to be the one of one NFT auctions. More details coming out about that tomorrow, and we'll talk to you guys and see you guys in Discord. So on behalf of Justin, on behalf of producer Coop, I'm TJ, and we'll see you guys next time.